What's up, everybody? Welcome back to JSMB Project. So today we're talking about the victim card and why too many people play it and why they gotta stop and actually chase their dreams. So let's start off. Why do they start playing the victim card? It's easier for them. You know, if I'm applying for a job and a corporate job where, like, let's say another person is competing against me, I could say I didn't get the job because of my background, or because of my skin color, or because of my income or something like that. That's not true. Honestly, the truth is, I should be working on myself better. Too many times where people that are playing the victim card, they over blame people. They should be blaming themselves, how they could actually improve their lives. You know, pick up a book, learn how to speak to a camera, like right here, like what I'm doing right now. Learn how to use Microsoft or Excel. That's a lot of big points to you. You know, people could say, oh, you know, it's because of my skin color. I don't really think so. If you know how to bring value to a company, you're hired. Why? Because you could actually bring value. You could bring something to the table that some other person can't. The other person's, you know, they could play the victim card too. But if you actually come in and have more value, I got no problem say you're higher and you're not, because you could bring more value to me. And second, I actually have notes here, so just to remember some of them myself. How do they do the victim card, or how they play the victim card? They blame. They blame society. They blame other people. They don't blame themselves. That's how they do it. Let me tell you something. I used to play the victim card a lot of times back then. Honest truth. Hispanic, Latino person, guy. I used to say, I can't get this job. I can't go to college. I can't do this because of this, you know, statistics or, you know, studies that have shown that male Latinos are more, you know, tend to go to prison or start working. You know what I say about those stuff? Fuck them. Because you could actually chase your dream and you could do whatever you want. I could decide to honestly be lazy and play the victim card and say, I don't want to go to school. I decided to go to school. I could be a victim and say, oh, I don't want to work in sales, or I don't want to do this. And I decided I'm going to work in sales because I actually like to talk to people. I could play the victim card and say, I don't want to start a YouTube channel because people are not going to watch my stuff. And guess what? I'm doing it. You're watching it. So that's what I'm saying, guys. That's why I tell a lot of people, stop playing the victim card and start chasing your dreams. Stop. Just stop, man. Stop blaming other people and start chasing your dreams. If you could stop playing the victim card, wow, dude. Once I stopped, I literally knew that I could accomplish anything I wanted. I talked about the trip that I went to Washington, D.C. I could have played the victim card so much. Like I said, so much at that time. Oh, I couldn't win this trip because of this or that. No, I set this mind to a tunnel vision, and because I believe in quantum physics, and said I'm gonna achieve it, and this is why. And I ended up going to the trip. I set a goal to go work in a place that I want to. I set a goal to start this channel that you're watching, and I'm doing it. Doesn't matter the skin color, doesn't matter the race, doesn't matter your income. You can start doing it, and start now. So we were filming the video, and out of nowhere, I bumped into my friend Dylan, and I decided to interview him. So in this next clip, you're gonna see me doing the interview with him. Back to the clip. So right here we have my good friend Dylan.
What's up, guys?
So we're talking about the victim card, and we're talking about why it's over abused and why is it, you know, way too many people are using it. So what we're talking about is that a lot of people say, I can't get this job because of my background, of my skin color. What do you think about that, Dylan? What do you think about the victim card?
Well, I think it's bullshit. I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss here.
Go for it, man. This is what the channel's about.
Well, yeah, because I mean, like, okay, so like you were saying about like, oh, I can't get my job because like, oh, my skin color, this and that. But like, everyone's preaching equality anyways. Like, so I'm like, there's so much to talk about in this.
Yeah,
it's just like, but with the victim card, it's like it's just a bunch of bullcrap because like people are like, oh, finding so many reasons to, you know, feel discriminated or this and that. So why I can't do this, why I can't do that. So like it's just an easier way for people to, you know, pull out the victim card because like all like, you know, I don't like talking about politics with the politics on that side and it just, people are just finding more and more ways to make life easier on them by playing victim card because it's just easy to use, you know, and anyone can pull it out. It's just, it's excuses, right? And they don't want to take responsibility for their actions.
Exactly, I disagree. Why do you think so many people play the victim card? Why do you think they do it?
Because I think most people, like, in the societal norm, it's just like, it's like what we're taught is, oh, it's so hard to get a good job, it's so hard, you know, blah, 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 all this stuff. It's just hard to be successful in life. So the reason being they're playing victim card, like more people are doing it because it's an easy way to give themselves an excuse to why they're not successful or, you know, so.
Yeah. How can a person prevent or stop using the victim card? Can they or can they not? Do you think a person can stop?
They need to start focusing on themselves instead of focusing on everyone else.
That's what I said.
yeah, exactly. No, they need to start taking like extreme ownership. You and me talked about that before. And you know, people don't want to take responsibility for their actions. Like I always see people, they're always like, and they're always like, oh, I feel so responsible. I'm an adult now. But then they like, oh, and then the next thing you hear is an excuse from them about something, right? About why they don't need to do this, you know? So it's just like people need to start improving themselves and start focusing on themselves and then start taking extreme ownership and then like really taking control of their own responsibilities and blaming themselves for their actions instead of blaming other things or other people.
So, honestly, guys, this is true. I personally, when I met Dylan, I told him before, like when I was talking to him, I personally used to play the victim card, and I told him before too. And I told him, you know what? That's fucking bullshit.
Yep.
Because, wow, dude, I'm getting chills because he's actually thinking the same thing I'm thinking when I told you guys, stop playing the victim card and start working on yourself. That's why you gotta surround yourself with the right people. Because right here, man, my boy right here, Dylan, he's an entrepreneur. Which means that he's self-made. He's running a business, not a entrepreneur. That's what I'm saying, dude. You gotta hang out with the right people because when you start hanging out with the right people, they're gonna push you. They're gonna be like my boy Dylan saying, Jose, bro, you gotta upload that video. You gotta do this. You could improve like this. Not take. He gives me criticism. I love it. I don't want to be playing that victim card. You know, if I was hanging out with somebody else, except Dylan, actually, it would be easier for me to play the victim card. Way easier. But Dylan has shown me so much. And that's why I want to give a big shout out to my boy Dylan. Make sure to follow him on Instagram. Make sure to follow him everything. He started his own business, man. One of the youngest entrepreneurs that I know. Honestly, I'm really proud knowing Dylan. I met him when he was like what, 2 years ago?
Yeah, it was
a year ago.
A year ago, about a year ago.
Guy had he had a vision. He wanted to start something, and this guy's doing it.
Finally took action on it, man.
He took action. That's what you need to start doing. If you have a dream, do it. Any last words, Dylan?
Just like seriously, like it's cliche, but like this is kind of actually not with, I guess, the whole vibe of this, but like seriously, like anything's possible nowadays. Literally anything's possible. Like dreams aren't just dreams anymore. They're totally achievable nowadays. I mean, you know that, we've talked about this stuff. And literally anything, you have no excuses now to like not succeed in life. Whatever success is to you, you can do anything nowadays. So it's extreme ownership.
So my question today to you guys: do you believe in the victim card? If you do, explain why down below. in the comments. And if you don't, then explain down below. I honestly do, you know, I see both sides. Like I said, I did used to play back then, but not anymore. So I can see both sides. I'm not saying I'm totally against it and blah blah blah. But like I said, you know, you have to see different point of view. And that's it. And to watch my latest video, click here. And subscribe to my channel, click right here. Later.